Right. See what we got here. So, uh, for this one, we go here. All right. So here's how today's trade flow from setup to exit, 5 minutes, full transparency. Um, I'll walk you through the exact sequence that took this from an idea to a fully managed trade. I start on the 1 hour chart. Um, Checking for the London overnight session and pre-market. So right here in this brown is the London and pre-market. Um, if the price is trapped inside the Bollinger Bands, that's my no trade zone. As you can see, price is below. So when price is consolidating tight above or below the bands, that gives me my directional bias. Then I choose a ticker and I drop down to the 15-minute time frame to confirm structure. So reset the chart right here. You got high, low, uh, lower high, and then consolidation. And this was before, this is what happened in the market. So I was looking for sales today. So choose the ticker, drop down to the 15-minute, confirm the structure, and then I'm looking for a compression. Like I say, the high, the low, higher low, um, and so forth. Anything that shows the market's intention. This is where I refine my consolidation zone, walk up my previous high and overnight levels. So you got the uh, high here for London high, and then you have the low here for pre-market low. So those are the two levels there. Next, I go down and check the VIX. The VIX today, see if I can make this smaller here. The VIX was doing pre-market in this area here. It was above 18 and then it dropped down below 18 right before market open. So that let me know what type of play I'm looking for. If it's between 14 and 18, it's the best environment for break and retest trading. So I have four different playbooks that I go by. Then I select the strike price that's closest to the 30 delta, and I wait for the 5 minute setup to trigger. So go back over here, 5 minute. So as we can see, price broke out of the box, out of consolidation, pulled back. That's the retest, and then continued down. This is the open, 273.85, and then price dropped down, pull back again as a retest, and then drop continuation, pull back, drop continuation. So that's the playbook that I use for today. Once price gives me the signal, usually a clean break with volume, I enter the trade. So if we look here, my 5 minute entry candle, we look at volume. The candle is strong, volume is strong. So that's my entry at the close of that candle. Um, Last thing I do is scale down to the 1 minute chart. And once I get an engulfing or a pin bar closing outside the bands and aligning with my bias, I scale into the trade. So here's the 1 minute. If we go over here, so 1 minute chart came out of the box, up, back in, tried to retest, hit the Bollinger Band, came out. And so here was that entry on the 5 minute. Price pulled back into the bands again. Excuse me. Again, this is a no trade zone in the middle. Price came out. This would have been a scale in opportunity if volume was in alignment with it, but volume was not lined up with it. So I didn't take that trade. Price kept falling, pulled back again, gave me a pin bar here. After it went into the bands, came out of the bands, the pin bar, looking at volume. That's nice volume and a pin bar. So that's an entry there. Took that entry, price went into drawdown. Now, on the opposite side of the bands is typically where I take my exit. However, I didn't exit at this time and I stayed in the trade. And then price continued to drop. And looking at volume down here, looking at the candle, these two are in alignment with each other. So that would have been a third entry, second scale in opportunity, but a third entry, right? One, two, this would have been a third entry. However, I am trading a small account, and so I didn't want to over leverage myself. So I didn't take that trade. I didn't take the entry right here on this candle. And as you can see, price continued to fall, pull back into the bands again, came out right here. And we are looking at volume on these two candles. And then I went ahead and took my exit because it crossed this weekly key level for me. And so I went ahead and took my exit there. After I'm in, I add the entry to my watch list to see how it performs after I'm out. And I monitor the 1 minute and the 5 minute charts closely. I'm watching for price to close on the opposite side of the bands. That's my cue to protect capital. Like I said, over here, I should have taken my exit, but I didn't. I stayed in the trade. It's no guessing, no hoping. It's just following the flow of the trade. Once I exit, I take screenshots of everything and post it in Discord to journal my trades. This is where the real growth happens because what gets tracked gets managed. So if you want to more, if you want more full trade flows like this, drop a comment with the ticker you traded today. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs a cleaner process. And when you're ready, tap the next video. It's the recap that ties everything together. All right. Hey, thanks so much for your time. Peace.